Hello, welcome back. This month, we are going to try something a little new. We are going to review all the movies that we watched in theaters in the previous month. So, January, we watched a movie every week, and let us know what you think of this new format.
So, starting off with the first movie we watched in January, we watched the Oscar-nominated 1917.
1917. The terrible sequel to 2017. I'm excited to see what they do with 1817.
In 1717?
Yeah.
The sequel to 2017?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2017 came out first?
Yeah. You remember that movie? With Kristen Stewart and Michael D'Angelo.
That was an actual movie?
That's a Ninja Turtle.
That is a Ninja Turtle.
1917. You've heard of it. It's the one-shot war movie.
Yep, the gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
That is good.
That's a good gimmick.
Sorry.
Kind of.
Great. This movie is great.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
It's okay.
So Alex didn't watch it with us.
No, I didn't watch it with you guys.
But Zach and I, we went in. We watched it in AMC's Prime Theater, which has subwoofers in the seats and just really bright and vibrant screen. And we were just like, the whole time.
I like that they did a one shot, but my biggest problem is I also think it puts a detriment on it. Because at some points I just don't want to see them walking. And I didn't find the characters interesting enough to just sit there and watch them talk and walk for 20 minutes. Everything in between those walking sequences are pretty freaking cool.
The things that actually happen.
Yeah. Like when something war-y happens with mines or other factions.
Action.
Action. It gets crazy and it's really cool, but that's maybe 20% of the movie, and it's I don't know, it's a yawner for me.
For me, 90% of the movie works, and I get sucked in. The first conversation that the characters had, I don't know, I just really dug them. They just felt like real teenagers to me that I could really grasp onto, and they had no idea what the fuck they were going into. They were just oh, we're probably going to deliver some food. No, you're going to go deliver an important message miles away, and you could probably die.
See, and that's the thing. That's the reason why the one-shot format for this war movie worked so well for me, is because they are in immediate danger almost right off the bat, and every second that they spend taking steps in this area is dangerous. So the fact that they used the cinematography in a way that was real time, and you felt every second of them doing things in this war zone, kept me on edge the whole time. And that's why I liked it so much. And then the characters, the characters were great. God, beautifully shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad for the storytelling, it
Beautiful.
Is very, very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5.
4 out of 5, definitely.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
Underwater with Kristen Stewart and some other people. Oh, and TJ Miller.
Deadpool guy. That's the only movie he's ever been in.
See, I know him as the Silicon Valley guy.
Yeah.
But
is he basically a copy and paste from every role he's been in?
Yes.
Underwater. It had a pretty cool opening. But then it does things. It skips things. It doesn't explain how they get to point A to point B sometimes, and you're I don't really feel any threat when you cut away from things, if I don't understand how they got there. It's what the fuck, how am I supposed to follow this? Acting was pretty good. Kristen Stewart, I actually really enjoyed her. I want to see more of her shit because she can act. She's great.
Man, this movie was forgettable though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember things, and I remember Kristen Stewart being in her underwear.
A lot.
And a giant sea monster coming out at the very end that ruined everything good that it had going for it.
It like went from a thriller to a horror to a kaiju movie. And it was just like, what the frick is happening, dude? And like, in most horror movies, you save your best characters for the end because you want them to grow and be like more likable. They save the like main husband for the end, and he is like one of the worst characters I've ever seen on film. He does nothing, and he's like, "You're cute, and I'm your husband," and that's his character. And it's so boring. The monster design was like cool when you didn't see it, and then you saw like 50 of them, and then that was like,
what was the monster?
The little like fish dudes, the humanoid fish people. It doesn't matter.
What?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I actually cannot remember.
See, the thing about this movie is, I actually have like a stupid fear of water, and I don't like swimming and whatever. It's been like that for years. Whatever. This movie kind of tapped into that at the beginning, where I was like, oh shit, like the unknown water, anything could be around here. It was scary at the beginning. They had some decent, like, just paranoia at the beginning. I keep saying at the beginning because boy did it just get cheesy and fling all its gimmicks out of the way. So
there's some cool like horror like stuff in here with the red lighting and him being behind him and like standing like a human, the fish guy, and it's like that looks cool. And then like them killing the little squid baby, like classic, whatever. But like the one thing about horror movies is you don't show your villain until like the very, very end. And the best thing about that villain is that there's one of them. This movie has literally thousands of the villain, and then a bigger one comes out, and you're like, shut up.
Yeah. Like, it was fun, but yeah, 3 out of 5.
I almost fell asleep during this movie, so I'm gonna give it a 1.5. Didn't like it.
I'll probably give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going from underwater to one of the best movies I've seen in a while, we watched Parasite in theaters. It was a rewatch for me and you, and then you saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
And say it with me, it's good.
Sucked.
No, it
Just
didn't.
kidding, it didn't suck. After I came out of the theater, I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. And we'll talk about that more in the next movie, but it's really good. Like, the locations, the characters that they set up, their motives, the lying. I don't know, seeing characters lie on screen, movies, games, is just like, ugh.
There's a tension
You
there.
want to root for them.
Right?
Yeah.
There's also a tension where you're like, you know they're lying, and you're just like, oh fuck, someone's gonna find out. They're gonna know.
And the scene when they do like almost find out is like, oh, God, the entire time.
I was just as tense the second time around. I was like, I knew it was happening, but I was like,
Every actor does a great job, right? Every character means something, and then the whole like wealth, freaking commentary. It's so good, all of it.
One of the best themes about this movie is like, you know what plan doesn't fail? No plan at all. And it's like,
so good.
It's like, those are words to live by.
Yeah. No, yes. Freaking don't worry so much about like how things are gonna turn out, and let's just see how it goes, you know? Like, even if you're on the right track, you're gonna get run over unless you keep moving forward. That's one of my favorite quotes.
I'm gonna give this movie a 5 out of 5.
I'm also gonna give this movie 5 out of 5.
Yeah, 4.5. This movie is incredible.
And the last movie we watched, like not a week ago, was Jojo Rabbit. Because it was in theaters, and I really wanted to see it.
Yeah, dude.
It's perfect. We watched Parasite like 3 days earlier, and I was like, this is amazing. And then we watched this one, and I'm like, this is the perfect movie. I was like, wow, this is incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
It seriously amazed me. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like I use the word amaze that much. But I was just in awe of how it balanced comedy and emotion. This was unique. This was a fun movie to watch, but only in some parts. And then the other ones, it just shook you to your core and like humanized you. Fuck.
Yeah, the reason why it works so well is because they really put you in the perspective of the kids.
Oh, man.
And it starts you out that way. And it's like, of course they would think this way. Of course they would think these people are terrible. And like they would act that way. But then you like slowly get pulled into this other world, into realism. You're like, oh shit, yeah, what they're doing is not good. And yeah, and it's so funny. And like you guys said, it's just like balances between the comedy and the sadness, and it like shouldn't work at all. Like it should not.
Whenever the movie started, I was like, I don't know anything about this movie. Like I know it takes place in Nazi Germany and that's it. And like while it was going, I was like, is that Hitler? Is this gonna be like just buddy cop Hitler movie?
Buddy cop Hitler movie.
And then it just kept going. I would watch it. And then it kept going, and I was like, this is better than anything I could have thought it was gonna be. Like, in terms of, I haven't cried in a movie, I think, ever. Like, other media, sure, but I think the end of this movie made me genuinely cry when they start dancing. It's like, that's wonderful.
I've seen everything that Taika's done, but I love his humor and how he does it. So the only thing I knew about this movie was an image of Taika Waititi as Hitler. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I came into it and I'm like, I got it like right away, like what he was doing, you know, with the way he was telling the story. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Any teachers watching, you got to show this in high school or middle school. You got to show these to kids. They'll love it. And it's a great message.
Jojo Rabbit gets a perfect 4.5 out of 5.
Don't
Not perfect.
tease me.
That's not perfect.
It is wonderful.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Because it is actually perfect.
Wow.
I'm also going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Perfect movie.
No, I'll shake you with that though. I'll shake. Let's
You didn't shake
try.
my head when we
let's
gave
try.
Parasite 5.
Let's try shake it up. Come on, brother.
All right, yeah, let's try it. You being a 4.5 and me being a 5. Now, see, like, I just can't get in there. It's hard.
Get over here.
How do you shake a 4.5's hand?
Yeah, let us know what you think of this new, I guess you could call it show. Also, check out our Letterboxd reviews below.
What movies have you seen in theaters recently that maybe we would enjoy? Let us know down below in the comments. And subscribe if you haven't. We're real close to 3,000, and that'll be an awesome mark to hit this year. I would love that.
So if you have the time, you can make a couple YouTube channels, fake ones. Just hit the subscribe button.
We aren't that low yet.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Let's watch Little Women.
Little girls, let's watch them. Little boys. I watch them all the time.
I would watch Little Boys.